Alright, welcome back to what is going to be a very exciting day for me. I mean, it's only been like a week and a half, but I'm finally going to put my Porsche 911 SC back together. So I've got the transaxle bolted back on. I cleaned it up a little bit and fixed a couple leaks. The input shaft was leaking, of course, and there was a little support cover plate leaking. And I put new gaskets on those. I didn't touch any other seals. They're not leaking at the moment. And most of the other seals, with the exception of this shifter shaft seal, I can actually do while the transmission and engine's installed. Actually, I take that back. Only the axle shaft seals. I think everything else, this needs to come back out. But I'm not anticipating any problems. You see, I got a lot of the oil mess cleaned up. This whole oil cooler was black in the last video. It's now that clean plated metal, and the duct here was black. This is the air duct, which blows air down through the cooler and then it exits out the bottom. Got all the oil leaks fixed up back here. I've painted the tins here. This one was a little bit rusty. Just did kind of a sympathetic quick paint job to keep it from rusting any worse. I tightened up some hose clamps that I won't be able to get to, things like these decelerator valves, if that's what they're really called. All these little rubber hoses here have clamps on them, just half turn or so. What else have I done? So it's got a new clutch. I did end up doing the rear main seal. There was just a little drop of oil under it. Again, I don't think that was the main source of my oil leaks. They were up here, but while I was in there, what the heck. Probably didn't actually need to do the clutch. So I bought this car. I had no history on it whatsoever, except for the dealer stamps that are in the owner's manual for just basic maintenance. So clearly this clutch, you can see it's not all beat up and burned up and blown out. You can still see the writing here. I measured the thickness of this, and it's about the same as the new one that I bought. Pressure plate, of course, other than very minor burnings, in very nice shape. Waste of money? Probably. But you know what? Peace of mind. Maybe this pressure plate fingers were weak, and so, whatever. At least now I know. One note about this, your pressure plate holds the ring gear for the starter all the way around here. So you actually have to heat up and tap off the ring gear and then heat it and tap it onto the new pressure plate. Not a big deal with a torch and a small mallet. It's really easy. It's really, I mean, heck, you might even be able to just tap it off without the heat. And then the throwout bearing sits in here, and it's retained with a little clip. I have since thrown it out in the garbage, so I can't show you. Apologies. Nevertheless, the engine here is sitting on blocks of wood. You can see balanced. There is my motorcycle jack underneath it, fully retracted. I will raise the motorcycle jack and pick up the blocks of wood with the engine all in one. And I'm going to somehow figure out how to shimmy it between my paint cabinet and my Porsche through this slot. And then I'll have the garage door open, of course. Slide it under the car, lower the car a little bit, raise the engine, lower the car, raise the engine, and bolt it in place. So that's the hope anyway. Stay tuned. Hopefully the next video will be of it purring away and not leaking oil. Thanks for watching.